Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome back to another video. And you know what's funny? I had a great weekend. I got to hang out with my friends, I got to reconnect with an old friend of mine, and we were now back being friends again. I got to see Katie again and go spend time at the mall and watching Hell in a Cell together. But you know what the bad part about my weekend was? My iPhone 6, or should I say my former iPhone 6. Because I'm no longer using Apple, and I'm tired of their anti-consumer bullshit, I'm tired of their crappy hardware, and I'm just done. I am done with Apple. And just to give you guys a little bit of backstory, I have been dealing with basically Samsung and with Apple for quite some time. I've had a number of the Galaxy phones, and I've had a number of the Apple products, including iPods, so on and so forth. But here's what's going on. Back in 2013, I think it was in 2013, it was either the 3 or the 4 of the Samsung Galaxy. And it was honestly a great phone. It lasted me quite some time. It took great pictures. It was an awesome phone, and I absolutely adored it. Until the problem is that I didn't like how their marketplace worked when it came to music, and I also didn't like that I couldn't get my audiobooks, and I also couldn't get all the podcasts I listened to on that device, because I originally, and this is funny, I normally carried around 2 devices. I carried around a cell phone, and I carried around a Zune. Yes, I loved the Zune. I don't care how many people hated that thing, I loved it. I fucking adored that Zune. Even, like, it was ahead of its tech, but it was cool, but unfortunately just didn't get the support it needed. Honestly, I remember playing all sorts of little games on there and everything, and it was awesome. I remember there was a Halo 3 Zune. Like, I swear to God, one of these days I'm gonna buy one of those just for the hell of it. But back to the story. So I had my Samsung Galaxy S4, and you know, I had that phone for so long, up until I think a little bit after that the top generation of the 6 came out, and it started to finally show its age. The speakers started to go out on it, the battery life was going down, and I even bought a new battery and it was starting to die. But I loved that phone. It had, you know, the option of removing the battery and all that, but I was also annoyed that I had to carry around 2 devices. I just went to my dad and I said, "Dad, can we please upgrade to an Apple iPhone?" And he said, "Well, you know, it's been years, you know, why do you want to do that?" I said, "Because I am tired of carrying around 2 devices. I'm tired of charging 2 devices. It's getting annoying. I just want an all-in-one device." He said, "All right, let's all get iPhones." So we go out and we buy the Apple iPhones. And honestly, I enjoyed my iPhone for a good amount of time. I had all my music from my iPod on there, I had all my audiobooks, my podcasts, so on and so forth, and it was great. But I'm gonna have to give a little bit of credit here to Manny, who used to have an iPhone and warned me, "You're going to regret it." And as updates came out, they started performing worse and worse and worse. And I noticed if I did any kind of apps that took a lot of, you know, power to run, like say Pokemon Go, or any apps that I spent a long time on, the device would begin to overheat. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I remember I would have to keep my case on my phone because it would get so hot it would almost burn myself. And it's a metal back, it's not a glass back like the Samsungs have nowadays. And it would get so hot that I couldn't hold my phone. And recently I was, you know, on my phone, and we had the iOS 11 update. Now, for me, it's not a big deal. It's another update, and it was a big update and it was pretty good. But here's the problem. It started crashing my phone non-stop. And I'm not even kidding you. It wasn't just like a crash here and there. In one workday, from 8:30 in the morning until 7:30 at night, my phone crashed 8 times. 8 fucking times. And I wasn't even doing anything on it besides listening to a podcast. I'd be listening to a podcast and all of a sudden, boop, it just lock up. and I couldn't do anything, so I had to hard reset it to get it to boot back up, and I had to do that 8 fucking times. Now I know it's a problem with the update, but there was a lot of things I was getting tired of. One, I was getting tired of my music getting duplicated on my device to the point it was taking up more of my space, and I couldn't fix it without having to go through each album and delete multiple ones. I was tired of the fact that I couldn't add more storage to my device, which was really fucking annoying. I don't get why. When you look at the Samsung Galaxy, you know, S8, which S8 Plus, which is the one I got, in the same tray that they have the SIM card, you can also have an SD card. Why that's not an option in iPhones? Oh, maybe because they want to make more money off of you, which is annoying because I don't like that. I do like expandable storage is kind of important, especially whenever you want an all-in-one device. And I'm going to turn my Samsung into an all-in-one device, and we're going to get to that point where I bought the Samsung, but it was that the hardware started dying, you know, the speakers started going out. And here's the thing, this isn't my first iPhone 6. This is my second iPhone 6 because I had the same problem happen with the first one. I had to get it replaced because I had the insurance policy on it, and I had to get it replaced once because the speaker for the phone, whenever I would be talking to people, already had gone out once. And it was starting to do it again. And I just said, I'm fucking done. So this weekend, I was at the mall with Katie. We were doing some shopping, getting some mangas, and, you know, just checking out. And I saw downstairs that they had a Best Buy mobile. And I just said, screw it. Let's see how much it would cost to get an unlocked Samsung Galaxy S8. And that was the one I was originally planning on buying because Matt had gone the same one. And we kind of have a rule where we cannot one-up each other. Now, I've broken this rule now twice because I entered a contest to win my graphics card, which is a 1080 Ti. And I won that contest to win my graphics card. And then I also have now surpassed him whenever it comes to our cell phone, which honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a bigger screen and better battery life. But, you know, it's kind of like a bro code. You don't break the bro code and you don't surpass your bro whenever it comes to tech. But the thing is that we went downstairs and I just said, look, how much would it cost? And they said $724 for the Plus, $624 for the regular. And I said, fuck it. I'm just going to get it. Because I want a better phone that I know can handle all the things I want to do on it. So, I pick up the phone, I put in my Sims card, get everything set up, and I had a little bit of problem at first because I had forgotten to go on my iPhone and disable iMessage and FaceTime. Because, for some reason, I don't know why the fuck this is if you message someone who is, if you had an iPhone and then you switch to a Samsung, it fucks up your messaging with certain people. Like, I couldn't text my mom or my dad, and they were down at Long Beach. I couldn't text either of them because I had a Samsung and they had an iPhone for a little bit, and I had to go switch devices and get it fixed. I got it figured out, but honestly, I'm happy with this phone. The battery life is absolutely amazing. The amount of storage I can put into this thing is great. I love the fact that it's got a beautiful screen that honestly is just glorious, and I'm really happy with it. And that's why I don't think I'm ever going to go back to Apple, because basically Samsung's Galaxy series is kind of like the PC equivalent of phones. You've got the iPhone, which is like Max, and then you have the Samsung Galaxy, which is like PC, where you can do almost anything you want, and honestly, you can make it work however you want. You can have any kind of app you want on it, where, yes, iPhone is good because it gives you a lot of protection, but beyond that, honestly, I'm not really happy with it, and I don't like it, and I don't like the fact that I couldn't upgrade my storage, because here's the thing, I've got a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music, and I just said, fuck it, I can't take it anymore. I like to have all my stuff together on my device, downloaded and ready for whenever I need it. I don't want to do this anymore. So I just moved on to the Galaxy. I think it's a great phone. I don't think I'm going to be going back to Apple anytime soon. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Apple is anti-consumer like I do? Because honestly, I just got to that point where I was tired of basically having all these issues where the music didn't feel like I actually owned it. It felt like I, download it, but I didn't actually own it. It was a licensing thing where a lot of the times with the music that you download, you want to feel like you own it. That's why I'm probably just going to rip all my CDs and put them on my Samsung. It's one of the things where I just feel like it was time for a change. And I think that a lot of people would agree that if you are to get a phone that has better specs and can handle things better, Samsung's the way to go, because the processor is 10 times better than the processor that they have in the iPhones currently. And here's the thing, and this is one of the big points for me. We still have the headphone jack on the Samsungs. We still have a headphone jack, and don't even tell me that it's being courageous or whatever the hell that thing they said whenever they removed the headphone jack on the iPhone. That's bullshit. That is complete fucking bullshit. Because here's the thing, what it was anti-consumer, because what they want you to do is go buy their fucking Apple AirPods, which were beyond fucking stupid. I mean, like, they're a cool concept, but the quality is, it's an Apple AirPod, it's an Apple, you know what I mean, it's the earpods, it's the things that you've been getting for years for free in their fucking headphones. They have absolutely no bass, they sound like garbage, and you throw them away and you go buy some nice consumer, fucking headphones. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. Why would you remove the headphone jack? I don't get that. And that's why I couldn't upgrade to the 7 or the 8. Oh, and by the way, today it was talked about how the iPhone 8 is expanding. The battery is blowing up just like the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 did. I believe it was the Note 7. The battery's expanding and it looks pretty fucking brutal. There's my phone now going off. But in all honesty, I am so happy I did not go to the next iPhone. It's already having issues. I'm not going to be purchasing it. And I think I'm going to stick with a product that I know I had a great, bunch of years with before I upgraded up to the iPhone 6 and so on and so forth. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Do you have an Android or are you an iPhone guy? And if so, why? Why do you pick those devices? Is it just because you want something that'll do your calls and all your apps? Or is it because you like everything to be organized and you like having your music, podcasts, and books all in one spot? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike. And you know what? I got some more content coming out this week, including an unboxing as well as a video on one James Cornette. Yeah. We're going to talk about his little breakdown he had this weekend with Santino Marella and also flashing his dick on fucking stage. James, it's been a long time, buddy, but I think it's time you get yours.